Bienvenidos a la presentación de Molomics. Molomics es una empresa de diseño de fármaco. Fue creado aquí en Barcelona en 2015. A partir de ahora prefiero daros la presentación en inglés para poder explicaros mejor los detalles de Molomics. So I'm sure that all of you know how painful the drug discovery process is. And then if you finally have 10 molecules in the clinical phase, actually just one gets to the market. That causes a lot of disappointment, and not only amongst patients, but also with their families. So what Molomics pretends to do is that we want to focus from early on the quality of our drugs. Does this make any sense? Well, we have analyzed many molecules which are in the development phase and also in the market. And yes, actually what you can see is that many molecules have unfavorable pharmacological properties. So as you see here, for example, they have cardiotoxicity problems, or a CNS molecule doesn't really get to the brain. And to actually design such small molecules with overall favorable pharmacological properties, which would really behave well in the body, that's a serious challenge. So you say, how can a small company like you do this? Well, we think that connecting human collective intelligence with artificial intelligence can be a start to get there. In case of artificial intelligence, what are we really looking at? We are just taking advantage of all the data which is available for drug discovery. What is human collective intelligence? Well, here what we want to do, we want to take advantage of the knowledge of the people. So I'm talking about medicinal chemists, computational chemists, and biologists. To create such a technology, you need a very complementary team. So you need a software developer, you need a computational chemist, and you need a BD guy who actually brings the project forward. So in case of Simone Massoni, he has led a big project in software development for companies with known names, also some pharma companies there. Giovanni, he is a data lover. He has been crunching data since 10 years, trying to find better cures. In my case, I'm a specialist in bringing technology from the bench to the market. We have the support of Nathan Brown. He was awarded this year the Corwin Hunch Award. That's probably the most prestigious award you can get in computational chemistry. And as support for business development, we count on Freetown Global. He is an ex-pharma director since more than 20 years in Silicon Valley, so very well connected. Now, after 2 years, where are we? Well, we got our technology actually running and on the way. What does our technology allow? Well, it allows to, between artificial intelligence and human collective intelligence, to collaboratively design ideal molecules. So here, what happens is that the ideas of molecules circulate between these intelligences to eventually create ideal molecules. How does our ideal molecules look when they come out of our technology? Well, here, for example, we have created a molecule family for a GPCR, and you can see that it has overall favorable properties. So it has a decent target activity, it gets into the brain, which is important in our case because we focus on CNS, and it also has other properties like no cardiotoxicity. Our technology also creates other molecule families, and some of them are very interesting to follow up. Other ones we'll probably not follow up on. Our business model, well, Molomics wants to bring small molecules into the preclinical phase. Here we want to license them to pharma. What is the unique selling point here? Well, we think as our molecules have overall favorable pharmacological properties, there's a much lower risk that they will actually fail in the clinical phase. Competitors. So there are companies who are, all of you know, artificial intelligence is really in fashion right now. There are companies who work on artificial intelligence, and there's also a company who works on human collective intelligence. But it is really Molomics, which is the only company which trying to join these two intelligences to create better molecules. Just for your information, Exscientia, they have validated their technologies. They have signed a couple of agreements now with pharma companies, and one with GSK in the 40 million range, and Numerate has also signed deals with Takeda. What are we working on? We are working on right now on a drug for levodopa-induced dyskinesia. Yes, there was a molecule just approved in August for the disease. The problem is that it has a lot of side effects and it's not accepted by the patients. That means we think that this €1 billion market is untapped and is still showing a good opportunity. Next to that, our next project is on neuroprotection, which we heard also earlier, neurology. That's a hot topic. Drug design is done at Molomics, and our experimental activities are outsourced to pharma companies, and we collaborate with academic institutions. What are we looking at for our investment? Well, right now we want to bring our drug discovery project of levodopa-induced dyskinesia to the preclinical phase. For that, we need about 1 million. Right now, we would like to raise 400,000 till 2Q 2018. This should also allow us to bring our neuroprotective project forward. Just really briefly, return of investment here is approximated, and it's approximated on basis of the value of the licenses, which we would sign with the pharma companies. And I thank you for your attention.